Good morning, traders, and welcome to the daily call today, Monday, the 9th of March. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only and that your circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Okay, let's have a look at what's happened on Friday. Of course, we had non-farm payroll numbers come out. We saw the average hourly earnings come in on forecast at 0.3%. The employment change increased to 273,000 new jobs. That was a positive, and unemployment dropped also to 3.5%, which was a positive. Overall, the news was good for the US dollar, and consequently, we did get a bit of a jump on Friday on the back of this data. At the same time, we also had the Canadian dollar impacted by its employment change, where it came in at 30.3 thousand new jobs. That was better than forecasted, whilst the trade balance did not do as well, coming in at negative 1.5 billion. Unemployment rate remained at 5.6. But the major talking point that happened over the weekend is the OPEC crisis and the oil price war. We've led by Saudi Arabia, insisting on pumping out unlimited amounts of oil. This morning, the markets have crashed significantly. There's big gaps across all sectors. The Aussie 200 is down, US dollar down, oil is down about $10 a barrel. So at the moment, there's a big gap in the markets, and we'll just need to watch this a little bit closer as Europe wakes up in a few hours later in the afternoon, and how it starts to impact the rest of the economical world. Okay, so that's what's happened. Let me jump into our trade update. Remember, I showed you this trade. I think it might have been not last week, but the week before. We've been in this trade for a little while. It's a US CAD daily, where we said we had a resistance point. Market acted resistive. We broke through, come back, and let's see if we can produce a price action reversal, and then we would attempt to trade it up. That's the chart that I showed you. Consequently, this is what's happened. Let me show you. We did in fact get the reversal pattern over here, which I'm showing you. Then we broke up. So we've been in this trade 1, 2, 3, 4, and this morning, as a consequence of that big crash, particularly for this is the US CAD, so the Canadian dollar heavily impacted by the commodities. It's risen, which is a weakness in Canadian dollar, and we've opened up all the way up here, and we've actually hit our target. So my actual target was in here somewhere, but we've gapped right through it. So in this particular example, I've actually made 3 times the amount that I had risked out. So this distance is T3 compared to this distance, which is where my stop is, of T1. Okay, sometimes it happens in reverse, where we have a stop. So for example, if we were short and we had a stop somewhere in here where I've got my cursor, the market opens up there. Obviously you don't get filled at this price because there was nothing there. You would get filled at a much worse price over there, and you would make a bigger loss than what you were thinking you were going to make. In our particular case, my target was over here somewhere, but I got filled up here, so I made a much bigger profit than I was expecting to make. So there you have it. In any case, the US CAD trade, that was a winner. So for those of you who took that, well done. All right, let me look at today's chart of the day. The charts are really messy this morning, so I've had to look for something local. So the Aussie New Zealand pair hasn't been impacted. It's a relationship just between ourselves and New Zealand, not taking into account the US dollar so much. So it's been a little bit of a nicer chart. Not the greatest setup that I can see here, but we can see that perhaps we're moving into a little bit of an uptrend. Okay, we've gone up and now we've pulled back, and if we can produce a reversal pattern here, I would be happy to take this as a continuation trade, as a long trade, continuing with the trend. Now this candle that I'm pointing at here, that's this morning's candle. It is not complete yet, so you need to wait for this one to finish up. If it does finish like it's showing right now, that would be a setup, and we would be able to place our pending order at the break of the high on the inside candle. So that's not ready yet. We will know tomorrow morning, but that's this morning's chart of the day. It's the Aussie Kiwi on a daily timescale. All right, Monday morning, actually there's not much news today, so it is a quiet start, if you can call it quiet, because there's a lot of turmoil in the market at the moment, a lot of volatility, and we got oil, commodities, coronavirus, so please be alert, and just bear in mind that sometimes our orders get triggered beyond our limits, just like we did with our US CAD trade, better in our favor. It can also happen against you in a more unfavorable position. Okay, guys, as always, please feel free to contact us if you do have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. Most importantly, hope you all have a fantastic trading day. I'll speak to you tomorrow for the daily call. Bye for now.